Good morning. Happy Thursday.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday.
Yeah. So we are on here. We have I don't have a great word for our fun, interactive, informational, webinar coming up on February 20th from 9 to 4, which will be a 6 hour
hmm
training, which is focused on child-centered play therapy, allowing the therapist to let the child lead. So I'll let you, maybe you want to start us off a little bit about what people should expect, and definitely
Yeah,
why they need to go sign up right after this.
of course, of course. I think the title in itself says it all. Following the basically allowing the child to lead while we follow. This is all about child-centered play therapy. I love it. It's one of my favorite ones when I'm doing play therapy with my kids that I work with, or even some of the teenagers that I work with. And I think some of the greatest things that I absolutely love about it is, we pretty much live in a world where children are not necessarily in charge. The adults are pretty in charge for anything. And then your child just comes into
Mm-hmm.
your office room
Mm-hmm.
and your child can feel like a superhero because your child is inside of this room and or your client, I should say, your client is inside of this room as if they can make their own decisions. And that builds self-esteem. So I think, when we participate in this particular webinar, I love learning from other clinicians to see what they do, but also you'll get the benefit of seeing what else, how child center play therapy can expand your your therapeutic uh your therapeutic what word am I looking for? I'm getting stuck. Your basically
Oh,
your
really?
therapeutic approach, basically. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah. I
yeah.
think it's a great way too. I think for clinicians who have been using play therapy for years, this will be a great refresher on how to use this approach of child centered. I think it's as a non-directive approach to working with the client in the room. It's one, I've been doing this for years, and you have. It's
Mhm.
something still always kind of wanting to get some refreshers on tracking and limit setting, and just going over the kind of
Reflecting. Yeah.
whole. And then for a brand new clinician, that could be if you're in graduate school, if you're an intern, if you are just starting out in about, I think I want to become a registered play therapist, but you're not sure. This is for you too. This is for mental health clinicians who you don't have to be a registered play therapist to attend our webinar. And I have February 20th, but it's February 27th. It's Sunday, February 27th. And so you don't have to be um going through to become a registered play therapist, but if you are, you'll get 6 live contact hours you can use, and this can fall under seminal history and play therapy skills, so it can fall under those two, and also the other categories. If you're going through the credentialing, there is participant's choice. You could put, so there's 3 categories if you need those 3 categories that you could put it under, which is nice. APT doesn't really say it has, you as a participant, you
Mhm.
decide where it best fits in your 150 hours of training that you need. So I think it's
Absolutely.
definitely, we've done this now several times, and it has been really well received. I think people have really just from the evaluations, from the feedback, from in the during the webinar, people really feeling like this was something that was really helpful. I think having you and I, we have our 2 different personalities, which brings it together, which makes it for a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'd say so myself. And especially like you said, since we've done it several times, I think one great thing about it, whether you're new or not, it's so helpful to have like interaction in the webinar. And I think that's great when clinicians can be able to talk about, kind of what's going on and how they actually feel trying to
Right.
do child centered, because it's a great foundation approach, really, to kind of get
Yeah,
you some basic understanding about a child and some of their
I
needs
agree.
and looking for themes inside the playroom,
Yes,
and
yes,
just
yes.
allowing yourself to watch the child and be observant of the child and allow the child to be able to explore. And the child to be able to make decisions. But sometimes that can be kind of difficult for us as
Yep.
clinicians. So you learn some things
Yeah.
about yourself as a clinician too in this webinar.
Exactly, I agree, and I think it gives us. It will also give you a chance to what I've been really pleased with in doing webinars is that it doesn't feel you're not going to feel like you're not in the room. I mean, we're going to do
Yeah.
you'll get an ebook that you'll get to have and keep to continue to do, look at, and help you in your learning the skills. We'll do small and large group breakouts so that you'll get a chance to try and do some of these intervention and techniques. We'll definitely throughout the day have opportunity to ask those questions that you like, how do I, or when do I? So it'll give you just a chance to really engage in a way that I think is going to be really meaningful. You will, I think the part that is going to be just the icing on the cake, the really wow for me has been the videos that you created.
Yeah. Oh man, I know. I love the videos because I love that you just said that you feel like you're right in the room. Um, it's so good to be able to kind of be able to connect, even though we're virtually. And it's wonderful to have the video. I know when I'm in webinars or if I'm in person taking a training, it's really helpful to be able to show some video. So I have a video that you'll be able to kind of watch and watch me kind of interact with a young child who is 7 years old. And who you'll be able to see me doing some tracking, some reflecting and validation all throughout the video. And the great thing about it is you can ask questions too. And we can pause the video and you'll be able to kind of see what it's like to practice the child-centered play therapy approach.
Yeah, and that I think that is probably will be in getting to actually see it in action. I have hear that a lot. People are wanting to kind of see how it looks to
Mm-hmm.
give a little bit of a visual. If they've done it before, if they haven't, I think it's really helpful. What I will also say, I think what I love is that it's going to be you're going to see a video interaction between that. It's really going to be very meaningful. Great activities, and you're doing it at home,
And
so they get to
yep,
see how you do child-centered play therapy within a home, within a small, within a, on a table,
small
and
setting.
it's
Yep.
powerful, and it's powerful work that you don't have to think that, oh my gosh, I have to have this huge play therapy room with all the bells and whistles. It can be done on the floor, it can be done out, and there's no specific space. It just what needs to happen is that the therapist is willing to allow the child to lead in what they want to do and how they want to heal, and not be used and we'll talk about this. I don't that I kind of hold back from talking about. There was those times when we might be directive, but that most of that time is
Yeah.
really spent on the relationship, that therapeutic relationship that is like no other when you're allowing this, using this approach and using it with toys and dolls and puppets and Play-Doh and games, that a child really feels seen and heard.
Seen and heard, connected. There's trust there. You're building safety there. And you're right. Child-centered play therapy does not have to be limited. And you'll see
No.
that in the video that we do. And we'll talk more about our experiences too during the webinar, as well as a lot of the clinicians that do participate in the webinar. They talk about their experiences. So, and I
Yes.
learned too
Mm-hmm.
myself. So I'm going to be honest, even
Yeah.
though we're facilitating, I think I learned from other clinicians that are there too. So I think it's really powerful.
Definitely.
It's intimate. You
Yeah.
do feel like you're there in a room. We answer the questions as needed and as much as possible within the webinar. So I love it. It's one of my favorite ones that we do together. It's great.
Yes, no, same here. And as we go and let you guys enjoy your day, and we get on with go our start our day, we have added a new date. It so that those of you may not be able to attend in February, put this on your calendar now. May 15th, 2022. That's a Sunday. We also thought about a day that people didn't maybe have to take off from work, but it was a day that might work best for your schedule. And we'll be doing that webinar. Time will be from 9 to 4 p.m. So registration is open for that now, so that you can join us on either February 27th. And registration for that will close soon. And you can then now register for the other date, and you can just go. It's nice and easy. Just go to sabrastarnes.com to register for either February 27th or for May 15th, and we'd love to have you.
Absolutely, guys. We'll see you there. Either date. Get it while you can really soon. We hope to see you soon.
All right, good to see you. I'll talk to you soon,
All
Lisa.
right, you guys take care.
Okay, bye,
Bye.
everybody. Bye.